Today I want to talk about comparison, and this is something that every creator deals with, even though we don't want to always admit it. I deal with it a lot. Like, we compare ourselves a lot. You open your phone, you scroll for a bit, right? Scroll for a bit, and then suddenly you're looking at somebody else's content, you're looking at their growth, you're looking at the opportunities that they get, and then something within you shifts that makes you to start questioning yourself that, am I not good enough? Or is it because I'm black? Or is it because I'm a woman? It's comparison. You start to compare yourself to that person. And even if the person is black as you are, even darker than you, and even if that person is a woman like you too, you'd be like, oh, is it because I'm short? You start looking for things where you shouldn't be looking for it. Now, if you're new here, hi, my name is Omobola Jejibari. I am your social media manager's favorite social media manager. I am a creator, economist, strategist, and educator. And on this channel, I break down what it actually takes to grow, position yourself, and make more money as a creator or a social media manager without all the noise that you actually see online. So let's get into it. And I'm going to say this thing, and I'm going to start by saying this. Comparing yourself is normal. It is normal to compare yourself. Trust me. It doesn't mean that you're weak. It doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. It doesn't mean that you have an inferiority complex or low self-esteem. It just means that you're aware of what's happening around you. But the problem is not comparing yourself to somebody else or the comparison itself, because most of the time you're not just comparing full stories. The problem is how you interpret what it is you're seeing. Yeah, like I said, because most of the time you're not comparing the full stories. You're just comparing the visible moments that other creator is showing you. Yeah, you are seeing results, but you're not seeing the process. When you look at another creator, what do you actually see? You see the posts that did well, you see their growth, you see the collaboration with the brands that you want to work with, but then you're not seeing how long they've been creating for. You've not seen what they've tried before, what didn't work, what worked, what they've learned. So you're comparing yourself and you're comparing your whole full process to somebody else's visible outcome, and that's not a fair comparison. Yeah. Then a lot of you are also comparing different stages. You might be at the very beginning of your career, you're still figuring things out, still building, and the person that you're comparing yourself to might be further ahead because they might have more experience, more clarity, more understanding. But because everything on our screens is the same or is on the same screen, we feel like, oh, we're on the same level with this person, when in reality you are not. Another thing is you are ignoring differences. Two creators can look similar on the surface, but their situations can be completely different. They might have different backgrounds, different time availability, they have different resources, different starting points. So when you compare them directly, which is why I don't always like when people start this comparison with, oh, this creator is doing this or this creator is doing that pisses me off. We are ignoring the factors that actually affect the outcome. Yeah, because comparison changes how you see your work. When you start comparing yourself to somebody else, it starts to affect you. Before you scrolled, your content felt fine. You had your ideas, you were creating, then you see somebody else's work or you saw my work and suddenly your own work doesn't feel good anymore. Nothing changed about your content, but the perception of your content changed. And that's what comparison does to you. You now start to create from a different place. Instead of you creating from your own understanding, you start to adjust your tone to sound like me. You start to adjust your ideas to sound like me. You start to match what's working for me to your own content, and people start be like, oh, you're copying Bolaji. You'd be like, no, I'm not. But then you now start to, if you sit back and look at it, you will now realize that maybe I am copying myself, because you started to compare yourself to me. Just because we are black or both women and feel like, oh, we're on the same level, and slowly your content starts to feel like mine and it stops being yours. Not because you don't have your own voice, but because you've already started second guessing yourself. And this has happened so many times. Some people are not copying me, but they're copying my mannerisms, the way I speak, the way I do things, the way I push out my content. And I've come to realize that it's not that they're copying me, they are comparing themselves to me. Yeah. Because when you compare yourself with another creator, you're focusing on what it is that you lack. Comparison has a way of highlighting what it is that you don't have. They have more followers, they have better engagement, they have better opportunities. So your attention always goes goes there. And then you stop noticing what it is that you have, which is your progress, your improvement, your own strength. And that imbalance affects your confidence, and it makes your progress feel small. Even when you are improving, even when you are growing, even when you are better than you were when you first started, it doesn't feel like it because you're comparing yourself to someone else. You're measuring yourself against somebody else's pace. So instead of you seeing your progress, you feel like, oh, I'm behind Bolaji. That's what you feel like. You feel like, oh, she's doing better than I am. So what do you do with this? What do you do at that point? Because you can't completely avoid seeing other people's content, and you don't need to, honestly. But you do need to change how you respond to seeing other people's content. You need to pay attention to how you react to other people's content. When you see somebody's content on your feed that you feel like, oh, you want to start comparing yourself to, I want you to pause for a second, and I want you to ask yourself, oh, what am I feeling? Is it pressure? Is it frustration? Is it inspiration? Because the reaction tells you what is going on internally with you. And once you notice it, you start to respond differently. And I will also tell you to use comparison as information. Don't use it as judgment. Don't use it to judge yourself unfairly. Because see, the creator economy is already unfair to everybody. Instead of using it to judge yourself, use it to learn. What about Bolaji's content works? What can I understand from Bolaji's content? That way, it becomes very useful to you, not just discouraging. You also need to focus on your direction. You need to be clear about what it is you're building, because what you are building would definitely be different from what Bolaji is building. Because when you have direction, you are less likely to be pulled in different directions by what it is that you see online or on the same screen that all of us have on our phones. You stay grounded because you have a clear direction. And I will tell you, when you feel like, oh, I'm comparing myself to this creator so much, you need to limit how much you take in. Take a break. You don't block the creator, but you can mute the creator for a while. You don't have to unfollow, but you can mute that person for a while. If you see something consistently that makes you feel off, take a step back from that person. Not permanently. That's why I say you don't have to block them. You don't have to unfollow, but take a break from them, just enough for you to reset. And then make sure you're tracking your progress. This is very important. Track it. Track your process. Look at where you started. Look at what has changed. Look at how you've improved, because that gives you a more accurate view of your own journey, instead of you just comparing your day 20 to somebody's day 700. And give yourself time. Growth takes time. Understanding takes time. Building on social media in the current economy, current space, takes time. And when you accept that, you stop rushing the process and you start living for yourself. And honestly, and this is where I'm gonna land, comparison is never going to disappear. If you do all of these things I've said, even me, I still compare myself to other creators. It's never gonna disappear. That's one thing I know. But it doesn't have to control how exactly you feel about your work. Because once you understand what you're actually seeing, and once you stay focused on your direction and what it is that you're building, it becomes easy for you to stay grounded so that you don't shake. You are not tempted by the wind. And when you are grounded, you create better content. Yeah. So if you've ever compared yourself before, I want to hear from you. How has it affected you, and how has it affected your content? Tell me. Let's talk about it in the comment section. And if you're not subscribed, why? Why exactly? Is it because you're comparing yourself to me? No, I'm just joking. And don't forget, my name is Omobolaji Ajibare. I am your social media manager's favorite social media manager, and I will see you in the next one.